Hello, everyone, and welcome to B.T.T. Blacktop Tabletop. You know what it is, and if you don't, you're going to find out what it is. So I was invited by Corey Hambrick. He invited me to his home to not only tell you about the tornado damage that happened in this area, but to let you all know what he's going to offer the Rockdale County citizens as sheriff. So come on, come with me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to B.T.T. Blacktop Tabletop. Y'all know what it is. So guess what, guys? I got a call last night and I said, I need you to come to my home and do a podcast on me. If you have noticed, we are in the neighborhood where the tarps and things are. This is where the tornado was. It hit about 20 homes, guys. So guess whose house I'm at? Corey Hambrick. Yes, he is running for sheriff for Rockdale County. And he wants me to interview him about his story, and he has some things that he would like to say. He is also part of Thinking Under Fire. He also has a foundation, Corey Hambrick Foundation, where he gives out scholarships. He is a big part of the community and he does a lot. But he called me because, he knows that, the story's going to get told and he wants it to be told, and he has a lot of things to say. So come on, y'all. Come with me. Follow me. We're going to take a tour of the house. He does not stay here right now, so I just come here to do the interview because we want to keep it as natural as possible. Thank you.
I'm so glad you took an opportunity to come out and talk to me today.
Oh my goodness, this area and this house is so lovely. I'm so sorry for all the damage that went on, but things happen for a reason. God has a way of getting messages to us.
He does. But before we do all this, first of all, I want to just congratulate you. I see all the things that you're doing in the community. You and your audience, man, you are making a major impact in the community. I've actually been up to Black Wall Street. And some things that you posted up there. And I just want to say, man, a lot of people, they talk a good game. And a lot of people say a lot of things, but you're actually out here making it happen. And good luck, man, on the play that you're getting ready
the eternal bus route. Get ready, y'all.
We've been hearing about it. You told them it's going to be at the church?
Yeah, it's going to be at the church. We're going all over Atlanta with this. You guys tune in, and he's one of my biggest supporters. And I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity that no one else would. You stepped right in and said, sure. And I think that's because you know my heart.
Well, and it's all about knowing people's hearts.
Thank you.
You love community. I love community, and I believe that's why we connect, man. So thank you for coming out. This is the house, man. This is actually...
So you're going to take us on a tour. It's not really like a tour, guys, but he wants to say some things about what he's going to represent, what he's going to do for being sheriff for Rockdale County. So come on.
So come on inside. So you guys come on as well. So this is obviously the garage right here. Is we experienced a tornado out here in Rockdale County. This was, I think, around April the 3rd, almost like a month ago, just over a month. And so the front of my house was impacted, very, adversely. We received significant damage here, and it's on so much so that it's not inhabitable right now. But this is the door that got blown in right here off the front of the house. It's actually
right off the hinges?
Right off the hinges. Blown in.
Now, were you home?
No, we were not home, and that's the blessing.
That was God. I forgot to tell you guys, he's also a pastor.
Well, your faith is your faith.
Right.
And you don't stop being who you are just because, you want to do other things.
Right.
A lot of people change.
They do.
But I believe in whatever it took to help you get there is what it's going to take to help you maintain.
I like
being
that.
there.
I like
so,
that.
my faith is my faith, but it was nothing but God.
Okay.
That particular evening, I went out on a contract to work. And my kids actually went to my mother's house. And so none of us was home. Nothing but God.
That was nobody but
Nothing but God. So everything has been cleared out, as you can see. We're out of the home right now. And the work is getting ready to commence. It hasn't started yet, but that's what it is. You guys come on inside.
All right. See what we got going on. Wow. Oh my goodness, it's literally like nothing.
Nothing. So,
where's the front door?
So this is the front door right here.
Okay.
This is the front door that was blown off.
Wow.
This was the front of the house, the frame that was blown in.
And where do you guys normally sit in this area?
Well, we do a lot of our fellowship like playing piano. You probably saw me a couple of weeks ago. One of my friends came over, the kids played, we played.
In this area?
In this particular area.
Oh my goodness.
And then this is the dining room area that was there. But of course, everything, the mitigation companies come in and, you know, contractors and everyone, they actually are saying that the compromise, that the surface or the actual structure was compromised in the house. So
okay.
they blew the walls out.
Okay.
From beneath the roof.
What?
Yes. Maybe like a big piece of wind came through. I guess the angle and the compression, it just blew out the windows and sheetrock went in.
So they're going to renovate or tear down or?
Fiberglass, actually, where the sheetrock was thrown off. So right now, that's what they decided they're going to do. Obviously, they have to repair it, but the issue is whether or not it's going to be a total rebuild or a repair. So we're just waiting on whatever the adjuster say. The engineers say, but come on in and we'll show you this other area and then we get to the interview. So this is, everything was blown off the hinges.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
Lord have mercy.
And look, get a look at this on the back porch.
Oh my goodness.
It's obviously the plywood. Because this whole window blew out as well.
This window?
Everything. I mean, it's like a big compression.
So it probably the path of where it came, like a straight path is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Then when it twirls, it just
really was the pressure from inside, and it actually went. They say it actually went through, and it traveled and went all the way down McDaniel's Mill Road.
Oh my goodness!
So I don't know if you can see, but I had a trampoline that's right here, the kids' trampoline in this area. That trampoline is mangled up in the woods back there. Oh. You see it back there? If you look straight, that blue.
Yes, I see it.
You see it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the woods. So it actually picked it up and threw it back there. So, you know, obviously my neighbors received damage, fences and things like that.
So the width of it looked like it was like pretty big too, width-wise.
Yeah, it was significant.
Wow.
But God gets all the glory, man. We have our lives.
Yes,
this is just
This
is just material. So come on in, we'll do the interview.
Okay, so guys, he just wanted us to have he just wanted us to, you know, see the house, see what he went through. This is reality. Things happen. It's not whether you're a good person or you're a bad person. Things happen, and I believe that all things happen together for the good. So the real reason, the main reason why I am here, because if you all don't know, Mr. Hambrick is running for sheriff.
Yes.
And from what I understand, there needs to be a new sheriff in town. So we're just gonna give you about 5 minutes if y'all can hold on, so that he can tell us what can you offer to the city of Conyers and the Rockdale residents. Tell us. They want to know. So, they're waiting for this video.
So the county of Rockdale, right? You know, it's the city of Conyers and it's Rockdale County. Like, of course, Stonecrest is in the county of DeKalb. That's the city. So I'm running for sheriff in Rockdale County. And the reason why I've watched some of your videos, and I know that you usually like to go to the candidate's house.
Yes.
And when you heard about what happened to my house, you said, let's do it somewhere else. I said, no. No. And the reason why I said no is because what we have to understand is that the truth of the matter is that some people's realities is in the midst of calamity or catastrophe.
I like that.
Some people's realities is in the midst of challenge.
Right. I like that.
So just because, you know, we don't live in a cookie cutter world.
Right.
It's not perfect.
No.
Right?
People try to make it perfect though.
But that's not the reality. And one of the things that I wanted your viewing audience to know is that I'm a real person.
I like that.
Real things happen to me.
Right.
Like it happens to anyone else.
Right.
And I think that's what makes me qualified.
Okay.
To be a great sheriff, because I don't have the perfect family like no one does.
Right.
I don't have the perfect relationships like no one does.
Right.
But I do know that I have a heart for change and a heart for people. And that's what our campaign is based off of, Sharon. It is based off of safety.
Okay.
Transparent leadership.
Okay.
Right? Not leadership that show you they live in a wonderful house and everything is
right, and everything's good.
But transparency.
Yeah.
Right? That things. What do you do when things go wrong? You lead.
Yeah, you lead.
Because if I'm the sheriff, if you guys elect me to be the sheriff, I'm not just a sheriff when things are going great. You want me to show up when things are going not so great.
Right.
And so transparent leadership, and the last thing is community. The same thing that I talked to you about when you first came.
Right.
Because I believe that when safety is engaged, When I say safety, I don't mean just pulling people over. I don't mean just answering calls. Right. You have to have the accoutrements of safety, which means
I like that.
The money has to be right.
Yes.
Right? You have to have the right people patrolling.
Yes.
You need all the resources to be there, but you also need people who are in touch with reality.
Yes.
And the biggest part of, I don't know if you talk about my TOUGH program,
yes,
but the biggest part of me wanting to actually serve at a higher level in law enforcement is because leaders have to take responsibility. So if I'm talking to you like this, and I understand community, and I understand culture, and I understand leadership, and I understand resources, that means that I have to do the right stuff with your money.
Right, I like that.
Right? It can't be no corruption. It can't be things that's, finances or monies that's being misallocated and things like that. We have to get the best bang for the citizens of Rockdale County, right? The taxes that we're experiencing. I just can't get mad at you because, or you can't get mad at me because I'm eating the key lime pie. It's not the key lime pie that's making you fat by itself.
Right.
It is the ingredients in the key lime pie.
Yes, I like that.
So we can look at the governmental entities for taxes, but we have to look at the ingredients inside of what's making those taxes go high. One of which is lawsuits at the sheriff's office. Our sheriff's office has experienced millions of dollars of lawsuits of things that were avoidable. Why? Because we're talking about settlements, not judgments. And I don't want to insult anyone's intelligence.
Right.
But when you go and you sue somebody, if there's a judgment, that means that the judgment, or it was the judge or the jury, found the case to be in your favor. So they judged it. But a settlement means we didn't even have to go through all that.
You mean like they settled it out in court and they just paid them?
They just paid them because the claimant, they had a legitimate claim.
Oh, wow.
And so we've had millions of dollars of settlement because of things that could have been avoidable. Right? And so that costs us millions of dollars. And so although the county has insurance, what happens anytime you cash in a policy or you make a claim? What happens to your premium? It goes up. And those are your taxes. So when I say safety, I mean spending the money right. I mean hiring the right people. We have a retention issue at Rockdale County. Over 250 deputies have come and gone. Well, let me say it right. Over 250 employees have come and gone. So that's a mixture of deputies and civilians within the past 4 years. Right? And so with that, if you think about it, that's about $10,000 it costs to outfit a deputy. That's $2.5 million in and out the door. Literally. So why aren't they staying? Now we can say things like
that's a great question.
And everything's not money. There's a lot of you out there, I know it because I live a real life.
Right, and then you worked for the county right before you started running
Right before I started running, I didn't work for the county. Okay. But money, we can't throw money at everything. I've talked to some of these deputies and they didn't leave for money. I know people that leave there, and maybe some of your viewership can attest to the fact that sometimes you leave your job not because of money. You go somewhere else, make less money just to get peace.
Yeah.
Because it's leadership. No, it's leadership. And when all of these people are leaving and they're saying it's leadership, we can't afford this accounting. So what do? I want to make a difference. I want to change the culture within the sheriff's office so that we can retain our deputies. Now, what type of deputies are we talking about? We're talking about deputies that understand the culture by which they will be patrolling.
I like that.
Right? So because I'm from, Kirkwood, I was raised in a single family home for the most part. And I understand what it means to experience community and for you to have officer friendly. Yeah. Right? And we all know that law enforcement culture has changed over years.
Dramatically.
And it's not just the kids' fault.
Yeah.
We also have to hold ourselves accountable as law enforcement officers to understand the culture that we're patrolling.
Right.
And so it won't just be me saying this, but I'll make sure that deputies are on the street, that they understand we're not talking at your children, we're talking with them.
So how would you do that, like through training and etc.?
Yes.
And I don't know how you all did it before, before you would go out and patrol. Did you all go like into a room and they would meet with you, or was it just word passed down? Oh man, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Or how did you all do that? Like, did you go? Like on TV, they say, okay, everybody come into the meeting.
Oh, shift briefings.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about shift briefings? Yeah. So there'll be training and shift briefings. There'll also be in-service training.
Does that occur now?
Right. Well, there are shift briefings. I don't know if there's training, right? Okay. And if it is training, what type of training?
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. So we will be able to experience it through training. The training aspect of it is very important because that's the only way that the deputy is going to get it. I'll be the sheriff should they elect me. But what's really being noticed in the community is what the deputies are doing. And I believe that, true leadership, you will see the accoutrements of that in the deputies or the people that follow you. So to me, 3 things. Number 1, fiscal management is a part of our platform. Number 2, being able to increase our retention rates. And then number 3, policy management, right? And the reason why policy is important is because that training comes from that. And that's the way we're able to not just expect people to respond to us as police a certain type of way, but also we have an accountability to respond to the community a certain type of way. Just being real. We're not the only people in this community, right? It takes a village. So those are the things that we want to engage. So when safety is right and transparent leadership, which means you see me in the community, you see me about amongst the people, the things that I'm doing already right now, because I come from that. I don't want to say hood, but I come from Kirkwood. So I understand what it means literally for a citizen to have engagement by their leadership. And then once we have the safety, once we have the leadership, then the community will benefit and all. And that's my platform.
You mean what you say and you say what you mean. And I say this, ladies and gentlemen, because, when you're running for whatever, people say a lot and they don't fall through. And then they revert back to their normal selves. So I feel like what you're saying is very important. I've watched you, always watched you, I've seen you grow, and I think you mean what you say. I feel that you mean what you say, and that's what the people need to see.
Well, can I say this, Sharon? And this is just the truth. You're saying that, and one of the things that I do, a lot of people listen to what people say, and they watch what people do. But what I do is I watch what people say, and I listen to what they do, because action speaks louder
than words. That's my phrase.
Try to be a man of action.
So we're going to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do, I want you to tell the people whatever you want them to know. And I have one more question, really quick, about the young people, because that's what I'm for. How can the sheriff's office help the young people? I mean, I know there's a lot of crime in Rockdale. With the young, we got to do something to save and help the young people. I know you have yours, but we need to make it as a whole. What are you going to be able to do as sheriff to help the young people?
So we can always talk about programs, but programs don't work unless they're impactful. Right. And one of the things I have experienced being a youth pastor, so I understand how to connect with young people. I think that's one of my strong, suits to be honest with you. Good. And so what I'm going to do is create a not just a bridging the gap and all these things. I want to create a division with the resources that we already have within the county to create something. I'm already doing it. Once again, like I said, politicians, they tell you what they're going to do, but these are things I'm already doing. Okay. I just want to take to the next level.
Maybe like the school systems and stuff?
Well, with that is, I want to create a division within the sheriff's office called the CED division. Okay. Not the CID, but the CED, Community Engagement Division. Oh. Not just the community or the criminal investigation division, but the Community Engagement Division, where we have all these programs, things like the Sheriff's Ball. I want to bring the Sheriff's Ball here to Rockdale County. And the only way I can do that is partner with the school system. Okay. The TOUGH program, I want to make the TOUGH program a part of an elective with the Rockdale County Board of Education, so that before you graduate or when you get to be a senior or a junior, then you go through this training teaching you how to really engage with law enforcement personnel.
I like
so
that.
That's not just talking about it, but that's going into the school system and actually teaching the young people and developing relationships with them.
I like that. It seems like you all got it mapped out. So is there anything else? Is that it? One more question I need to ask.
Okay.
I was scrolling through the television and I saw your face on TV and I'm like, oh my God, that's B.T.T.T. What is going on? What happened?
Are you talking about Fox 5?
Yes.
So we have been having an issue with my signs being the only signs in terms of the sheriff's race that is disappearing. And then these instances, my signs would go missing, and my opponent's sign, the current sheriff's sign, would go up. So we actually went down to a place before, because I'm not reckless. Okay. Before I would make accusations and things of that particular nature. But I went to this actual location, and my team, we asked the person who took the sign. And he gave us, and he said, this guy, and he gave us a card of someone who's a deputy at the sheriff's office and who's actually on the sheriff's campaign team. And so we was like, whoa, okay, are you sure? So, I went live. I don't know if people saw it. I went live because people have to see these things, that they do occur. And the only reason why I'm saying this, it's not about the sign, Sheriff. It's about the principle.
It sounds like somebody's threatening.
Well, It's about the principle.
But why would you do that?
Well, unfortunately.
Why do you think they did it?
Well, let me say this first. First of all, it's the principle behind it, right? We cannot trust people to enforce laws. And at the same time, some of the laws that we arrest people for, we are at least accused of doing it ourselves, and there is no justice. I'm sorry. And so I think, unfortunately, it's happening, but we have to rise above that.
I like that.
It's happening, and so I just told my story. It is happening, but the people who support me, they're rising above that, but that's not the only thing. It's unfortunate that we have to suppress people's rights to express themselves. That's the First Amendment, even when it comes to politics, because of us feeling a certain type of way. And so it's happening to me. Don't look at me as the victim.
Right.
I speak that I'm victorious
like
in Jesus' name.
Right.
Because we rise above that. And then there's been some other things, as well, slander, trying to slander me. But see, I want people to understand this, right? With the smear campaign and things of that particular nature, people who know you. They know your character. They can't read something about you and they know you and automatically believe what they read, especially in political season. One of the things that I was sharing with your husband, who's doing a wonderful job holding that camera, by the way, is that even in this house that we stand in,
yes,
the only thing that comes with destruction is an opportunity to reconstruct.
I like that.
And so I want to encourage everyone out there that, just because bad things are happening and you hear things, this is life.
Talk about going through the storm, y'all.
That's right. We deal with it.
A real storm came through here, though.
So those things are
revelatory, though, right?
Yeah. So those things are unfortunate, but we're progressing on, and we're going to continue to move on.
And in closing, what would you like to say?
Well, I want the people of Rockdale County. I know your group is DeKalb County, Stonecrest, and Covington, but specifically to the people of Rockdale County, I want you to vote for me because I have a heart for the people. I'm not a politician. I've never been a politician before. This is my first. Should you have me?
Yes.
The opportunity for me to serve in an elected capacity. And I'm serving because I want to unify. There's so much division in our community. And one of the things that I want to do, I believe that leadership leads, right? And two ways that we lead is we listen. I not only listen to the deputies that will follow me so that I can know what they want, but I also listen to the people who I serve, which is you, so I'll know how to better resource you in just, matters of safety, but also matters of unity. And so that's why I really want you to vote for me. I want you to understand the purpose and the importance of safety, but also transparent servant leadership. I want to serve you. And I want to do it with all of my heart. But last but not least, if we do those things, some of the things that I spoke of today with the young people, with the resources, with allocating, with hiring the right people, we have an opportunity to do something different. The last thing I'll say to you is, I'm only running because I want to give you a choice. I want to give you a choice that you do not have to go the same way all the time. Right. And it's okay to do something different. So, Corey Hambrick, I want to be your choice for
when is voting?
For Rockdale County.
The last day to vote.
All right. Right now, as a matter of fact, I don't know when this is going to air, but today, I believe, is May the 11th. Today, if you get this on May the 11th, this Saturday, and you're in Rockdale County, I want you to go to the polls because this is the only Saturday that they'll be voting, right? Okay. From 9 o'clock this morning, I believe, to 5 or 7 this evening. But go to 1115 West Avenue in Conyers, Georgia, 30012. Next week, right, early voting. The reason I say early vote is because on voting day, which is May the 21st, something always happens. Tygo flag is raining, the lines are long. But next week, all the way to the 17th, you can go to 1115 West Avenue in Conyers, Georgia, and you can vote from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the morning. I really need y'all to go out. We can do change. The only way I'm going to win is if I get people to the poll. A lot of us, we don't necessarily vote in the primary. We only vote in the general. But in Rockdale County, the primary decides it. So I need you to take everybody, your church members, your family members, share this today. Yes. Share Sherry's broadcast so you can hear my heart and see the authenticity of Corey Hambrick. And then, of course, voting day is, or election day is on May the 21st, and that's the last day that you can vote. I really enjoyed myself with you, man.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, B.T.T. Y'all know what it is. If you don't know what it is, you're going to know what it is.
Oh, and visit my website, Hambrick, the number 4, Rockdale County. Rockdale.com. Hambrick4Rockdale.com. Or visit me on Facebook, Friends of Corey Hambrick. I'm sorry.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe if you would like to be part of